Hey horse lovers, welcome back to Free Spirit Equestrian. I cannot wait to update you today on this Belle of the Ball, my pregnant mare that I bought from an auction a few weeks ago. So we're gonna do some grooming and some groundwork, and I'm gonna give you some more updates regarding her pregnancy. I spend time with Belle every day, whether it's grooming or relaxing or letting her graze in the yard and just hanging out with her. I think building a bond is so important, and I want her to feel very comfortable with me, especially when it's time for the foal to come. I am so excited about this foal. I am just freaking out. It is going to be such a magical experience, and I've been reading tons of books. Somebody sent me Blessed Are the Broodmares, and I absolutely am loving it and learning so much. There wasn't a note, so whoever sent that, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is very helpful. I've been reading tons of articles, talking to friends, and once the mud clears up, we're really going to start preparing her foaling stall in the paddock area, getting the cameras up. I can't wait. Oh, this is going to be awesome. You've been a happy girl, huh? Okay, now we're gonna have a grooming session. So like, I know you want a treat. Here you go. Good girl. She loves the Outlast treats. They're her favorite. Yes. She's been doing so well. She's so much more calm now, a lot more comfortable. She's getting along great with the other horses. And yeah, everything's so good. We're just waiting for this little baby to be done cooking, and it's gonna be really exciting to see if it's a filly or a colt. I'm starting to think about names. I don't know if I'm gonna go with the Beauty and the Beast theme. We'll see. Depends if it is a colt or a filly. And we have some other exciting news coming up. So I did do a DNA test on her, still waiting for those results. And like I said, I did write her previous owners a letter. So I'm very, very eager to see if they respond and we get any more information about her, about the potential sire of the foal. So yeah. Okay, let's do a grooming session. I'm very impressed with Belle's demeanor change. She is 100% more comfortable, especially at the hitching post, and with grooming, she's definitely not on edge anymore or super nervous, so that's great. So right now I'm just brushing her with the rubber curry and then wiping it away with my soft brush and brushing her face as well. She's still not a huge fan of that, but she does really good. Now I'm going to brush through her mane. So her mane gets so tangly and coarse. Normally, I'm not this aggressive with brushing the mane, but I'm just trying to get all those tangles out. And I did spray it with some avocado mist, which helps with the shine and the nutrients and the health of the mane. So once in a while, I'll give her mane a good brush. And she really likes this and is very sweet about it. Looking at Belle's stomach, you can definitely tell that she's dropped a little bit more and is showing versus when she first came to the farm. According to my vet, she's at a very healthy weight. All horses carry differently when they're pregnant, and she is a large mare, so she is very healthy, which is good. And it'll be interesting to see if she starts growing even more in her stomach as we get closer and closer to the birth. If you look, you can kind of see the foal moving as well. It's pretty cool. Now I'm going to brush through Belle's tail. So I try to groom her best I can. Obviously she is a gray and it's still too cold to give her a bath, but we're going to do the best we can with the weather we have today. Okay, we are all done with our grooming session and she's looking absolutely fabulous, my sweet Belle. All right, horse lovers, we have a ton of thank yous. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Lori, for this Western saddle pad. We definitely needed another one. And also thank you so much for this Lemire riding shirt. I can't wait to wear it. Thank you so much, Judith, for this Equiderma lotion. This helps so much with the mud. Thank you, Teresa, for this Therapy Lake wrap. It's a cooling wrap. This is gonna be perfect. And for this dewormer. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for these 2 Himalayan salt blocks. Thank you, Kay Mathiat, for this little fly mask for the foal. That's gonna be so adorable. Thank you, Kimberly, for this leather halter for the foal and this foal kickstart paste. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Emily, for this baby cam for Belle. Now we have 2. I'm so excited to get these installed. It's gonna be really fun to monitor her as she continues to develop along in her pregnancy. And thank you for this vest. Love the color. Thank you so much, Mary, for this ulcer guard. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Carol, for these shoe fly boots. These are gonna be perfect in the summer and when the bugs start coming out to protect the horse's legs and keep them from getting itchy. So I can't wait to try these. There was not a note in this box, snacks, but thank you so much for this foaling kit. This is perfect. This definitely eases my anxiety, so we have everything we need for the foal when it arrives. Thank you, Michelle Evans, for this dewormer. Thank you, M. Bronson, for this coat defense paste. This is gonna help in the mud. And thank you so much for the 2 ulcer guards, you guys. I already had them in the barn. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Kathy, for this Equiderma kit. Thank you, Carol, for these full probiotics and for this Himalayan salt block. Thank you so much, Kim, for all of this dewormer and for this super cute orange vest. I love it. Thank you, Kimberly Otwell, for these towels for the foal. They are so fuzzy and soft, and I love the gray color. I really appreciate this. I'm gonna take them out to the barn. And Kim, thank you so much for these saddlebags for the trail. This is a massive pack. It's gonna be great when we go on our big camping trips. We can store all our supplies and everything we need. If you wanna support Free Spirit Equestrian, you can order us something off the Amazon wish list, link in the description. We really appreciate it, horse lovers, and it really helps us to feel connected to you, and the horses appreciate it too. Thank you so much. I already brought these boots out to the barn. I want to say thank you so much, Kim, for these exercise boots. Also, a lot of people have asked if I plan on getting another horse now that I know that Belle is pregnant. And to answer the question, yes. So that definitely does not change my plans. I am really busy right now, like continuing to work with Buzz. And then, of course, Mushu is going to start his under saddle work. But I do want to get another horse so I can start training them, so I can either implement them in the program and eventually be able to sell one of my other horses when the time comes. I just want to get something started. Plus, summer will be coming up and it's way easier to manage the herd as far as care goes. They're out in the pastures. They're so happy. There's no mud. So I am going to be looking for another 1 to 2 horses between this spring and summer to fall. So we'll see what happens. I also have something really exciting that I'm going to be offering. I cannot wait to tell you about it. So I am offering an online course. It's going to be taught live via a private Facebook group, and it's called Mastering the Art of Selecting Horses, Developing Your Eye. I get a lot of questions, emails, phone calls from people asking me to help them find a horse or how to pick out auction horses. So I want to be able to give that information to you and teach you how to do that on your own. I have developed this course and this curriculum, and I think it's really going to give you a solid set of skills when it comes to looking and purchasing horses and developing your eye on what to look for all different variations like conformation, training, so on and so forth. It is going to be amazing. So the live course is going to be taught on April 20th at 6 p.m. It is a very limited sign up because I want this to be a personal, intimate group. I don't want it to have a ton of people at first. I want to really get to know what people want and how to help them. And I'm very excited to teach them in return. So if you're interested, you can enroll. Link is in the description. You'll send me an email. I want to know what you want to get out of this course. And again, there's limited seats available. And then eventually later, I might be offering it on a larger scale, but I just want to start small and give you guys this information to help you learn, grow, and build, and to give you the education and knowledge. I've went through a lot of issues buying horses in the past. Nothing major, but just I wish I would have known some more things in the past versus what I do now. So I want to be able to help you out and save you from that heartache of selecting the wrong horse, because I've seen it time and time again. And again, I've learned from my own mistakes and experiences as well. So hope you're looking forward to that. I know I am. If you want to enroll, link in that description. Belle just finished up her morning breakfast and now she's munching on some hay. We are going to head to the outdoor arena for some exercise. We're still doing light groundwork and some training sessions, so you'll get to see what we do today. She's been doing great and I'm really excited to get out and work with her. Kyle, are you excited about the foal?
Yeah.
What do you
name it Bronco?
No, we're not. What's a good Disney name? What if it's a colt?
Well, I thought.
What would be a good name if it's a colt?
Well, if it's Belle, you have to name it after Teacup or something.
What are the names?
I don't remember.
You said it the other day, the little teacup.
I don't know.
Chip, you said Chip.
Chip, yeah, Chip.
Okay, what if it's a girl?
Then the Duster.
What is her name? She had so many names in like the different versions.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
I kind of like the name Lumiere. We'll see. Are you such a good girl?
Her hair all over me.
She's shedding. Everybody Did you saw all of Arlo's hair that came off? He was shedding like crazy. All right, girl, time to get you some exercise. Okay, mama? So on a few of my videos, just like the new people or horse people that are a little bit inexperienced equestrians, so the whip is not to beat the horse, okay? That is not what the whip is for. This is a guide and an extension of my arm, okay? So essentially when you're riding the horses, you're giving leg cues, I'm giving vocal commands, seat aids, and your whip just helps to allow them to understand what you're asking of them. That's all it is. It's an extension of your body. Right, girl? Today we're going to work on lunging walk trot only. The arena is a little bit wet, but it's not that slick. I just want to be conscientious. And we're also going to do some pole work as well. While we're thinking about horses pooping, something that drives me nuts is when people kick and push their horses forward while they're pooping. Like, I just feel like that's so unfair, so I do not push my horses. First, we're going to warm up at the walk for a little bit, and then we'll work on our trotting. Good girl. Good girl. That was so good. Is that Kyle? Today will be Belle's first time working over ground poles. I think this is great for impulsion and gaining strength in her top line while keeping her fit. She's doing really well walking over them. It allows them to think about where their feet are as well. So I think this is a perfect exercise given her condition.
Easy. Maybe the baby kicked or something.
Right there you saw me ask Belle to switch directions, and she had a little bit of a moment, and that's okay. So something I want to bring up, horses that come from auctions or unknown situations with not a lot of history, you have no idea what they have been through, what's going to trigger them. And that's what makes it so interesting, but also dangerous in some cases. And that's why I take everything very, very slow when I'm working with horses in that kind of situation. What happened wasn't a big deal at all, but the key is de-escalating the situation so it doesn't become explosive. So as you saw, I just remained calm and redirected her energy. She obviously was nervous and unsure and had no idea what I was asking of her. It wasn't her being naughty or bad. She just had to figure out what I was asking, and she was triggered. But when she figured out, oh, you just want me to go the other way and you were just cueing me, she was like, cool, let's continue forward. So it's really just breaking it down in steps, keeping your cool, and then moving forward and not thinking that the horse was doing something wrong. But as you can see here, she's doing fantastic going over the ground poles. This is her first time doing this. I think it's so great for her mental and physical stimulation. And I'm so happy that she just goes over them with such ease and impulsion. She looks absolutely gorgeous. Now we're working on some trot, so we're both incorporating the poles and working on the flat. She does like to fall in on her shoulder, so I'm working on cueing her to move laterally away in the shoulder. That's just going to take time to teach her and really gain the strength and understanding, but she is learning to relax and stretch down, so that's a really good sign. It's going to take several months to really build up her intrinsic muscles and her mental understanding of things. And of course, considering she's in her last trimester of pregnancy, we don't want to stress her too much, but we do want to keep her active and moving. So it's a fine line between keeping her working and also not stressing her out too much. Belle is also still trying to get the hang of lunging. She's doing really well. And what I'm doing is what's called controlled wandering. So essentially I'll be at one end of the arena, but instead of just stopping and hand walking her over to the other side, I will wander and guide her over. So normally we'll use like the whole arena, but of course she's still learning and it's wet and we're just focusing on this area currently. But I really like the concept of controlled wandering while on the lunge line. Belle definitely seems like a very willing partner, but she's also more sensitive and nervous as well. So again, that's just going to take time to build that trust and confidence. Belle doesn't seem to be too nervous about the whip. I've had horses that will literally cower when they see a whip, which is horrendous. But I also just want to assure her and continue to build that confidence that the whip is a guide and an extension of my arm and not something that's going to hit or hurt her. And she's just such a doll. Look at her. So sweet. Now we are going to do some smaller circles at the walk and cool out. She seems more relaxed, and we just want to keep her circulation going, allow her to just breathe, relax her muscles, and just chill. She's also licking and chewing, which is a sign of releasing that tension or anything that she's been holding in. So I'm really happy to see that behavior from her. Without putting any pressure on the lunge line, I'm going to use my body language and step back, asking her to turn in, and then shift my weight and energy over, asking her to switch directions. And the whip is just encouraging her not to come back into me and to keep her hip and shoulder out on the lunge on the circle. And she did so well. She was very responsive in those maneuvers. Now we're going to head over to the mounting block and do a few training exercises here. And again, I won't be riding her for a very long time till after the foal is weaned, but I think it's still important to practice just standing by the block. Belle was immediately frightened by the sound of the sand on my boot and hitting the mounting block. And I'm not going to direct that energy towards her. Like, I'm not going to throw the noise in her face, but I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing while very lightly just holding the lead rope and comforting her, letting her know, hey, this is not directed at you. You are in a safe place, like you are cared for and loved, and you can trust me. That's why I'm just doing that and then petting her. And she definitely, like I said, she's more sensitive. To me, it just does not seem like she's been exposed to a lot. And I think it's my job to just help her build that confidence in building blocks and steps. So that's why we just walked away, let her think about it. We're going to bring her back.
Right,
and I don't want to force her into anything, but she also just has to learn that she's going to be okay. And we have to just continue practicing these things until she's more comfortable.
Do you think she comes off as broke? I don't think so. Good girl.
I'm actually going to have her face me right now, climb up on the mounting block because she seems more comfortable with that. And I'm just going to pet her and just kind of hang out for a little bit, let her get more relaxed. There also is a four-wheeler in the back, like across the street, that she can hear and see. Not that that's an excuse, but you know, that could be contributing to the stress factor. But I'm just going to snuggle her and let her know that she's safe. We took another little walk break. I think it's important to kind of step away, let them absorb the information, then come back to it. And of course, we're going to practice this exercise on both sides. She seems a little bit better. Again, a little bit nervous about my boot hitting the mounting block with the sand and just rubbing against it, that noise. So I'm just going to make a little bit of movement with my boot just to get her more used to it without directing it right at her. There's going to be noises around all of the time, and I want her to feel comfort when she hears a noise that makes her nervous or unsure, and just know that I'm there to comfort her and not try to continue to stress her and escalate the situation. As you can see here, I set up a pull by the mounting block, helping with lining up. This is just more of a guide, and I feel like it's very helpful for some horses, just depending on them and their situation. And as you can see, she's definitely unsure. She has her ears a little bit back, not pinned ears, but just concerned. You can see the way she's looking. She's definitely unsure. And this is why we're working on and breaking down these specific exercises and really get to the core of the issue. She clearly has holes in her training, if she's had really any training at all, which I'm honestly not thinking. So a horse that is broke or quote unquote started does not act like this unless there's serious problems or training holes. So either one, we're going to work through these issues. And like I said, time and time again, it's just going to take patience. So I am going to do a little bit of a hyoid release. She's still still getting used to this and wondering like, what is this lady doing to me? But I want to release any tension that she has, which clearly she does, and get that jaw mobilized. There, little lick and chew, she's able to release. And now I'm just gonna again pet her, go on the mounting block. See, she just gets so nervous. It's honestly really sad that horses go through these type of things where they're just so unsure of people or situations. And it's just my job to help bring them back, because I see the potential that this mare has. She's very kind and willing, and she's gonna make big waves. It's just gonna take a lot of effort and skill. We are going to continue working on the mounting block exercise, and I'm not going to have any music. I'm just going to let you listen and just be with us.
Good girl. Okay, mama. Good. Good girl. Okay, mama. No one's gonna hurt you. No one's gonna hurt you. Good girl. That's a good girl. Good girl. Are you such a good girl? Good. Good girl. Good girl. No one's here to hurt you, mama. No one's here to hurt you. Good. Good. Good girl. I'm not gonna push it because she's trying, but you can tell she's uncomfortable. This is not a horse that's broke, okay? Like, now that I've spent a little more time with her and just the way that she processes things and reacts to them, this is not a broke horse. And I don't even like that word. I like the word started, under saddle. I'm gonna guess somebody just jumped on her, but to me, a started broke horse isn't going to have an issue with you coming to the mounting block unless they've had a specific issue with the mounting block, which, yeah, that could be. But given her background, I don't think she was like a riding horse on a regular basis. And just the way she responds to things, like, that's, you know, I've had a lot of horses that are more shy and skittish and trying to settle in, and there's a difference between that and just the way she responds. So yeah, we have a lot of work to do once the foal comes and is weaned. But I think she'll be really good. I think it's just going to take time. And it's nice that we have several months to work on the groundwork and just bonding and grooming until the foal is weaned, which it's looking like that will be within 6 to 10 months of her delivering. It's just going to depend on the foal, her health, how everything's going, what my veterinarian is saying is best. And then we're looking at next winter to when we'll really start her actual training. But you try, you're a sweet girl. She's definitely doing better, so that's nice. Okay.
So hopefully we'll get some more updates regarding Belle and her foal. Fingers crossed. But make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything Free Spirit Equestrian or any updates regarding Belle and the other horses. And I'll see you next time, horse lovers. Bye!